chat at? All right, man. The search is over for the Rooneys and the Pittsburgh Steelers, man. They signed their fourth head coach in franchise history, former Green Bay Packers and previous former Dallas Cowboy head coach Mike McCarthy. Could this mean Aaron Rodgers will stay one more year? And we'll try to make magic. They might make magic again. I don't know from them days of Green Bay, but we'll see. Joe Brady and the Buffalo Bills. They signed a contract. Joe Brady is the new head coach of the Buffalo Bills, man. As he take the reign as head coach. And Todd Monken comes back home to the Cleveland Browns, man. He is taking over in the Cleveland Browns head coach, man. So I got the questions. These guys got the answers. Let's talk about it right here on the Real2Sports Talk Show.
I can't accept the loss, I'm hard-headed. There's a little bit of madness to my method. Many falling off that fine line that I'm treading. I risk anything to be great, and I'm not letting nobody rob me of my victory. Number one, that's what I'm meant to be. When by any means, only thing that makes sense to me, I can make nice or make history. I got that dog in me, yeah. Turn me up, big energy, got the crowd going nuts. I got that dog in me, I take on anyone, I don't need a one-on-one. I got that dog in me, yeah. I'm talking all bite, no bark, I could rip your squad apart. I got that dog in me, I take on anyone, I don't need a one-on-one. I got that dog in me, yeah. I'm talking all bite, no bark, I could rip your squad apart. I got that dog in me, so what's up? Yeah, so what's up? I told her move over. Enough of that mediocre, I've been the man since cruising around in the stroller. I got ice in my veins like a cut in Minnesota. Why not show you how I'm built? Come a little closer, ayy. Lot of heart, been smart, aura gotta glow. We can restart, give head start, still get the same result. I'm a ball mine, don't you get it confused? I'm a win.
All right, man. Thank you so very much. Thank you guys for being here with us on this Saturday night, wherever in the world you are right now. We are the Real2Sports Podcast, and this again is your favorite sports podcast on YouTube, man. It's the Real2Sports Talk Show. And around here, me and the guys, man, we talk about the hottest thing that's going on in the sports. I mean, the hottest news that's going on in the sports world today. So you can check out some of our sponsors in the description box below. And we wanted to hear from you guys. So you guys put your comments into the live chat. But also, speaking of that real quick, I am going Tuesday. It's going to be me by myself. It's going to be open mic. So whatever you guys got for me Tuesday at 7 p.m., man, bring it. It's going to be called Ask the Host. Want to see my new logo here. Let me bring it up here. Well, not forget it. Ask the Host, man. Ask the Host will be Tuesday at 7 p.m. You got, oh, man, the live chat is off the chain right now. Thank everybody for watching. Holy smokes. I do warn you guys now, that's out here in us watching us right now, all comments, please make them sports related. We don't tolerate any racism or anything else around here. You will be kicked out. Kicked up out of here, man. So, again, man, thank you guys for being here with us. It is, if you're on the East Coast, man, we had snowstorm. Oh, man, it's a lot of snow outside, a lot of ice. Supreme is probably used to that. That's nothing.
Oh, yeah.
That's nothing to him, boy. One little drop of snow hit here, boy. Everybody wanted to get their bread and milk and water and toilet paper and everything else with it. Good God almighty, boy, I tell you. But nevertheless, man, everybody, thank you guys for watching. Everybody snowed in, and just relax and enjoy these three gentlemen right here as we talk football today. And speaking of these three gentlemen, one of them is the host of the Purple and Gold Bars podcast. You can catch him on YouTube, man. Just go to YouTube and type in, just like in the name, Purple and Gold Bars. He got all the Minnesota Vikings content. If you are a Vikings fan, and I know Vikings fans, I know y'all out here watching because there's a lot of y'all in live chat right now. Go check out my man, Supreme. He is Latino Heat. He's the Canadian Destroyer, ladies and gentlemen. He is supreme.
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the Real2Sports podcast, your number one spot for roundtable discussion, expert analysis, and just some of the best personalities you're going to find on the YouTubes. Way better than ESPN, way better than First Take, way better than FS1. Come on, guys, you know what it's at.
Yeah.
First and foremost, I want to thank you guys for joining us, and I do want to apologize. I did have some family stuff I had to deal with last week, so I was not able to make it. So it really hurt me not to be here, but sometimes you got to do what you got to do and take care of your business. But I am back, and I'm so happy to see every single one of you guys here. I love watching the comments pop up. You guys have an incredible football mind. So we are back at it, guys. Let's go, Latino Heat. Orale. Let's go, guys.
Baby. He's back. It's good to have him back, bro. It's good to have him back. Yes, sir. All right, man. I got my man here residing in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. Winston-Salem, North Carolina, ladies and gentlemen. He's a Hall of Famer, a true legend in the game. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. 6'3". He's all about a money suits and Stacey Adams and blazers, and just call him Casual Q. That's his name. That man is too hot to handle and too cold to hold. Yes, sir. He is the legendary Q-Dog representing the Minnesota Vikings.
Yes, sir. All right. Glad y'all tuning in today, like the host say, on this snowy day. Snow going up and down the East Coast, and hoping that a lot of y'all are safe. Don't be like me on Wednesday. I slid on a piece of ice. I mean, it just threw my back up, boy. I'm still trying to recover my left shoulder. But you know, I'll be ready by the season when the Vikings start. Don't worry about it. But that being said, man, with the Super Bowl stage is set last week, we had the conference championships. We got the Seattle Seahawks versus New England Patriots. So the Super Bowl is set for next week. Hope y'all get everything ready so you and your family and friends can get together and enjoy the Super Bowl. Like we are today, we're going to cover some content with y'all on live chat. We appreciate y'all, man. We appreciate everything y'all do. Just keep you're a part of this Real2Sports podcast, whether you know it or not. You know, but you know your face might be seen, but we know that in the background you're a part of this group. So we all are family. So I want you to understand that and keep coming in. Bring your friends in. Tell your friends about us, baby. Because this is one podcast in the country. I'm trying to tell you, baby. I ain't gonna shoot you wrong. Just stay tuned, live chat, do your thing. Keep glowing every week for me, baby. We're gonna glow for you. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, baby. And those are the words from the legend. That's what I'm talking about, baby. And last but not least, Jacksonville. Let me tell you something. That's my saying now, and they should pay me for this. Jacksonville is for real. Yes, sir. The AFC South Division champion, the Jacksonville Jaguars. They are in the building. This man is the Real2Sports Triple Crown winner. The only man to do it. He has all the belts. The Triple Crown runner himself, ladies and gentlemen.
It's a modest gesture.
Rocking. He's rocking, baby. He is rockstar rocking the building.
How y'all doing? You know, I'm rocking my the 18-time champ. You know, we doing big things right now. We might shut Tatum down for the season. I guess, I believe he's having some second thoughts about playing, which is a good thing. You don't need to rush back.
I agree with
but
that.
Also, I like how things is headed as far as my teams in the basketball wise. Duke is doing Duke Blue Devils. They're doing their thing, and Boston is slowly but surely trying to take that number one seed in the East. I hope we don't get it. I really like us to be that underdog team, so we can catch a few, catch some of them people that they figured that was going to be better than us this year.
There you go.
But other than that, I mean, it's Real2Sports. Peace, love, and hope everybody have a safe night and keep enjoying coming out, showing your support, and giving us your love and your real topics here at Real2Sports.
No doubt, baby. No doubt. The Celtics. I seen that Tatum joint. I hope he just take it easy. Take it easy, man. He's too young to try to rush it back. But that's just the fight.
He got a championship already, so it's not like he coming back and trying to win his first one. You got your first one, bro.
That's the competitive. You're
trying to win your second one. You don't want to break that trajectory already because you have an injury and risk it even worse.
Right. And that's the competitive. That's the competitive in him, man. Because you know who his mentor is, man. Kobe. So he ready to rock and roll, but body ain't gonna let you.
Even Kobe knew when it was time to allow his injuries and it made him a better cerebral assassin, not to use it, but it did make him a better cerebral assassin on the basketball court.
Absolutely,
because he got to sit and see certain players' weaknesses and use that coming into the next season. So
absolutely,
if I was him, I just use this as a scouting year, man.
Yeah, just relax. You're too young. Just relax, man. Just relax. You're going to playoffs anyway. Jose Ventura. Jose Ventura's in the building. What's up, Jose? Melanie Farfan. Okay. Monkey Man. Well, these names is off the chain. It's off the chain. I don't know what in the world. I'm just going back home a little late. Okay. Okay. Just going back home. Like you just sat on the keyboard there, bro. Champagne McComb. Appreciate you, though. When you get home, man, don't forget to turn us on. Don't forget to turn us on, but make it home safe, bro.
Yeah, don't text and drive.
Yeah,
don't text and drive, people.
You can watch him drive.
Yeah,
you can do that. Just listen.
Yeah, but don't comment and drive.
No, don't do that.
Don't need that.
Don't do that. I ram Hakeem, Black Reagan, huh? I don't know. Well, thank you anyway. Oh, damn. Okay. Ukraine is in the building.
All right, Ukraine.
Ukraine is in the building.
Yes, sir.
Okay. International. Viewers international. Oh, boy. Greensboro, North Carolina is in the building. Thurman Lee Highsmith from a Tuesday. From a Tuesday joint coming up in here. North Carolina checking in. Greensboro, North Carolina. What's up, Thurman? T-High. We call you T-High. T-High. And I cannot have a Real2Sports podcast or talk show without the queen. Sheila Dupree is in here.
There we go.
Sheila Dupree.
Yeah.
Virginia Beach is in the house, host. Hey, gentlemen.
Yeah, sir.
That's right. That's right. But look, with Sheila Dupree, you gotta, because she is a United States veteran. United States veteran, man. Salute to her.
Thank you for it, sir.
For real.
The
Navy.
I'm Canadian, but I still appreciate it.
Yeah, man.
Appreciate her.
You guys keep us safe, man. Army, we're dogs, but we need
in the Navy. I can't do that. In the Navy. Okay, I ain't gonna even do it. The Navy's in the building. Sheila Dupree. My man Greensboro. T-High is up in here. Ukraine. It's crazy. Ukraine. Holy smoke. We're getting international now. Holy smoke, man. Ukraine is in the building. All right, man, let's get this show rolling. Let's go up here. Let's go on over here to the AFC North. Lord have mercy. The Pittsburgh Steelers, y'all. The Pittsburgh Steelers. The Rooneys. Got their fourth coach. Franchise history. I'm talking about former Green Bay Packer. Hold on. Can I have a shout out? My channel name is Sloss Balls. Sure. Carter Sloss. Sloss Balls. Go check out Sloss Balls on YouTube, man. Everybody that's watching. Yeah, you can get a shout out, bro. No doubt, man. No doubt. I'll give you a little publicity.
All right.
Only this time for free. Sloss Balls. What's going on? What's going on, y'all? But yeah, Mike McCarthy is the new head coach of the Pittsburgh Steelers. So I know the guys got a lot loaded to say in this whole thing here. I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna get out the way. No problem, brother. No problem. Sloss Balls. Check them out on YouTube. I might check you out when I get a chance. See what you got. But yeah, man. The Pittsburgh Steelers, Mike McCarthy. I know a lot of Pittsburgh Steelers fans, man. They are pissed, and I don't know. I'm gonna step out of the way and let the three guys, the three wise men, take care of this here. If I get the urge, I'll jump in there, right? But let's start off. We got to start off with purple and gold bars himself, man. Supreme. Now, Supreme. My question. God damn. Woo! Lord have mercy. Here we go. Because I got a feeling this right here finna be hot. But Mike McCarthy, but why did the Steelers choose? Why do you think the Steelers chose Mike McCarthy as their next head coach? And how much did Pittsburgh background play into his decision?
Yeah, that's a good question. It's hard to say. Well, we know they're going from a defensive head coach, right? So,
yes, sir.
And he's an offensive-minded head coach. He's experienced, he's established, right? So there's that aspect. There's a little bit of speculation that by having him there, maybe it might entice Aaron Rodgers to stick around for another year. But I think it was one of those situations where they wanted to move on to an offensive-minded coach. This team is notorious for reloading. They never rebuild, and I was saying all off-season or all end of the season, they need to commit to a rebuild. And of course they didn't, because why would they? And I think it's just one of those situations where when you reload, you want to go with a veteran kind of coach, someone that's been there. And if you want to go offensive side of the ball, more focused, especially when you got offensive weapons like DK Metcalf and you got Kenneth Gainwell coming out of nowhere, that O-line has been spectacular. That offense can really elevate to another level with an offensive-minded head coach. I think that's the main reason why they're looking to move on to Mike McCarthy. It's just elevating that offense. And because I feel like they feel that that's going to be the easiest path to success for them. That defense was old, man. They got rid of slow play Slay. He's an old man now, and Jalen Ramsey's old. Like he's pulling hamstrings, doing the gritty, and it's just one of those things. Like there's so much. It's such a longer road to build a defensive-minded team or defensive juggernaut. So I feel like logistically or logically, it was better for them to pivot offensively, and with what they have on offense, and if they might just they can turn into a team that can just create shootouts, and if their defense can just get young, be willing to just be hustle first, everybody crashing on the ball, even if they're not great skill players, that hustle can make up for it, and give that offense a little bit of extra chances, or maybe some extra possessions there might elevate them past, especially in their division, right? So I think their division, I don't think they're very scared of really anybody, now that they've got Harbaugh's gone, Lamar, let's be real, Lamar's just a great regular season quarterback, and there's nothing really to be scared about. Cleveland, their defense is getting older, and they have to figure something out on offense. And they got Todd Monken coming in. We'll talk about him in a moment. And Joe Burrow might retire if he takes too many hits. So, I think it's one of those things that it's just a calculated move for them to bring in a quality, established, offensive-minded coach.
Well put, sir. Well put. Rockstar to the Rizak. What does this move signal about the Steelers' offense? Does it signal emphasis on improving the offensive philosophy of Pittsburgh? What do you think?
I believe so. I believe that's the only reason that they really brought Mike McCarthy in. I think, and I'm gonna play a little devil's advocate here.
Sure.
I think they brought him in to keep Aaron Rodgers from coming back, because he was the reason. Forget Mike McCarthy, or was it? It was Matt LaFleur that drafted Jordan Love, correct? Or was it Mike McCarthy that drafted Jordan Love?
I'm not sure. I want to say Mike
McCarthy's last year that Jordan Love became.
I want to say Mike McCarthy. Yeah, I want to say McCarthy.
Okay, so I believe that
what's up, Vikings?
They hired Mike McCarthy to keep Aaron Rodgers from coming back.
Okay.
I think and then the fact of there may be some guys that may come that will be in free agency this year.
Yes,
that
sir.
can be a veteran quarterback that can step in and he can win some games within his offensive philosophy.
Yes.
As well as, I mean, he could go and get Malik Willis, bring Malik Willis to Pittsburgh, or as well draft a quarterback in the draft late that can fit his philosophy for the years ahead. But I feel like that would be the route for Pittsburgh. Go out and get Malik Willis. Bring Malik Willis in. He knows the system because their system was kind of similar there in Green Bay that he was running in Dallas and things of that nature. So I know that's going to be the same system he brings to Pittsburgh. You're going to see a lot of motion. You're going to see DK Metcalf running shorter and intermediate routes, and a lot of post routes, and maybe a lot of double moves within actual playbook or
that is him
philosophy in Mike McCarthy's offensive scheme. But I mean, I didn't like the hire because I felt like they should have went young and go to their roots, which is having a defensive coach. I think their defense, their mentality has always been the steel curtain.
Oh, yeah.
They've always played tough on defense, and then their offense has been able to do enough to keep them putting points on the board. So I think they're going to lose that mentality, though, as far as their defense. Their defense is going to take a step back with Mike McCarthy being the head coach, unless he finds a good defensive coordinator that can, implement some.
Well, they just picked up Patrick Graham from the Raiders. Patrick Graham is the new defensive coordinator
from the Raiders.
Yes, sir. He just
okay. Y'all had a decent defense, I would say. Within y'all,
he was 14th in defense.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's decent. Top 15 defense. That's not. In some circles they would say that's not great. That's good, but a top 15 defense in the NFL.
With practice guys,
you had a 4. Your record wasn't as great. That means you had majority offensive problems, but your defense was trying to keep y'all in the game, and your offense couldn't, put it together. So that's what those numbers necessarily mean. So him being coaching that defense in the top 15, I can see Pittsburgh being a better defense now that you just told me about Patrick Graham being their defensive coordinator. So
he can. Yeah, I agree with you too, Rob. I agree with you. This is that defense is going to be a lot more better than what they had. Because, like I said, Patrick Graham was a pretty decent defensive coordinator. I ain't like him at first, but it grew on me. The 2000,
I had decent cornerback. I mean, my bad not to cut.
No, you're fine.
Decent. Y'all quarterback. Y'all cornerback. Backfield, and then your linebackers, and then to coach Max Crosby in that pass rush.
Like I said, we went from 25th to 14th in a year. So I ain't Patrick Graham. Like I said, he made sure chicken salad, chicken shit, and he did it. Just didn't win no games, but it is what it be. Young Mark is in the building. And he is the 2025 Real2Sports Podcast MVP. Oh, Lord, he's shooting shots already. Why the Vikings fire the GM? They must be clearing a spot for Q-Dog to take over. The dog, why not? Q, get in that goddamn office.
Wouldn't be a bad shot, bro.
Speaking of the dog, Teflon Don. What's up, Teflon? McCarthy's butt cheeks. Ooh. Teflon, what's up with you, bro? What's up with you? I'm glad you came back, man. Appreciate you coming back. Part of my Tuesday night crew. How about them Hornets? Bud City, we in the building. Hey, Hornets, they beat my Spurs. That's what you want, Mark? Okay. They beat my Spurs.
I told Mark, man, he got to calm down, man. Till the Hornets make the playoffs, then you can talk.
They rolling like a big shot.
We're not talking about the play-in. We talking about the playoffs.
They rolling, boy. They number one in a lot of things.
I give them the 6-game winning streak. They doing their thing, but make the playoffs first.
Yeah, make the playoff. But it's a good game, though. They beat us.
Yeah, it's good for the NBA to see Charlotte as a winning organization.
Yeah.
And the Panthers and the football being a winning organization for the state of for the Carolinas. You know, because people in South Carolina also like the Hornets and the Panthers.
Right.
You know, as a state team.
Hornets. That's good. Though.
I didn't learn that until I moved down there.
Yeah, that's the only time you gonna learn it. You like the Hornets. So, yeah, what? But yeah, they beat my Spurs. Fair and square. It was a good game. But speaking of the dog, all right, Q, because you've been going against this. Okay, so Q, what I've been hearing is the name has come up as Will Howard. And those of you who don't know who Will Howard is, he was drafted 2 years ago out of Ohio State. Will Howard is quarterback for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Didn't really get no shine with the Russell Wilson and the Justin Fields saga, and now Aaron Rodgers and that. So nobody knows who the hell he is. So Q, you've been going against this guy, and I'm talking about Aaron Rodgers, for 18 years. You've been seeing this guy in that NFC North division. So you know Aaron Rodgers and how he plays. You know Aaron Rodgers. You know not to give him a few seconds on the clock, even though he's 42 years old now. But you know Aaron Rodgers through and through. And you know Mike McCarthy through and through. So my question to you, Q, is how does the hiring of Mike McCarthy impact Aaron Rodgers' chances of returning to the Pittsburgh Steelers next year?
I don't know. We seen this saga try to reunite when we tried to reunite Rodgers with Devontae Adams in the New York Jets, and we see how that went. A lot of times, things like that, are better left in the past. To try to regenerate something that they had with another team. I can't say. I really don't know if it'll work 9 times out of 10. It really just don't. I think this is a strange hire because we know the history of this organization. Mm-hmm. We know the type of the head coaches that they want. They want a specific type of head coach, and all 3 of the previous head coaches fit the bill that they wanted.
Yes, sir.
Tough-minded, defensive-minded, stern. Mike McCarthy don't fit none of that.
No, sir.
None of that. It doesn't fit none of that. So we're going to see now. That's why all the fans are in such an outrage, and those kind of players like that are very hard to find. So the Rooneys, they really take their time into finding this type of specific coach. So to me, you had Flores in the building for 2 interviews. That's the type of player, coach you should want it. You should have went on and hired him, but that's here or there. We know the reason by that because of the pending lawsuits that he has against the NFL. But you're bringing in this type of coach in, and I've never really been a Mike McCarthy fan. I've seen that a lot of times. I've seen when he have coached Aaron Rodgers, and also players like Aaron Rodgers. If they don't like a play, they're not gonna call it. Mm-hmm. It's just that simple. He's gonna override Mike McCarthy in certain situations. He's a proven vet. He's like on the Peyton Manning level in a way that like I say, if the play call it doesn't feel right for that situation, you're not gonna call it. You're gonna do something else. Mm-hmm. So that's what you might have in that they may have a falling out. I think he's more better in this situation, grooming a younger quarterback, somebody that's coming in. That's what he's brought in there for anyway, for the offense and the groom a quarterback. Mm-hmm. I think Pittsburgh getting away from their ways. Defense, they've been known for a steel curtain. Now, I don't know. It's just been here lately been just like a regular curtain. So, that being said, that they're getting away from that tradition and running that ball, running hardcore ball, north and south, always having a good power running back there, and not having the slinging the ball up and down the field. That's never been them, really. That's never been them. They just been predicated on defense. We're gonna see how this is gonna go. Fans just gonna have to be patient with this. It's something that they traditionally they're not used to. They're really not. And so we're gonna see. I don't think it's going to work to me. I just really feel it's not going to work. But I guess it's a change of the guard.
I think so too. Vikings 5557 says, y'all gonna have me bugging. The disrespect for JJ McCarthy is crazy. Give the 22-year-old a shot. How was Josh Allen his first 10 games? I'm sure Buddy was calling him butt cheeks too.
Hey, I am definitely a big JJ McCarthy fan. I haven't lost faith though, so you won't hear none of that slander from me. But to go back to the Mike McCarthy question, because I think that's the next thing. Was it a good hire or was it good or bad, right?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
As a Vikings fan, it was an absolutely great hire because I was like, once Mike Tomlin stepped down, I was like, oh, there goes D-Flow. He's gone. The Roonies have FU money. They're gonna take him. They don't care that they're gonna buck the NFL, and they just want to win sometimes, right? And like I said I don't even know how long, a couple months ago, right? Quoting the great George Carlin on Bill Maher show. You don't need a formal conspiracy. When mutual interests align, people just do what's best for each other. These guys go to the same country clubs, they went to the same colleges and universities, they have the same social network. They know what's best for each other. So they don't have to be like, oh, we're not going to let him have a coaching job. No, they just know that's just not good for their league, not good for them. And if one team or whatever, 2 or 3 or 4 are, upset about that, they're all going to rally over them. They're not going to rally over players, let alone coaches, right? So for me, it just kind of completely highlights the fact that, like I said, B-Flow is going to need to win a Super Bowl with the Vikings, and the defense has to be the reason that we win one before a team actually goes and bucks the system and hires them and gives them an actual shot. As a non-Vikings fan, this was a really bad decision. Let's be real. Like, Mike McCarthy's an established coach. He's done a lot of great things. He's from the previous era of football where that's where he mostly did his damage, right? And the league is evolving, right? I get it. It's a logical decision. Let's find an offensive-minded coach that's going to allow us to go with the strategy that we always go. We reload. We don't rebuild. And we don't have to take a chance with a young up-and-coming OC that might flame out and ruin it for us. Like, Mike McCarthy's going to play ball. He's going to work with the Roonies and with the organization, and they're going to work together. Unlike a young coordinator, right? Might definitely want to just do things their way. So I understand why the fan base is upset with this hire. There's so many other options that they could have gone with, like namely Brian Flores, to go back to the roots, like Q Dog was saying. This was the steel curtain. This is defense first. Yes. If anybody was going to build that culture and have a leader of men, an old school, hard-headed kind of drill sergeant kind of coach, B-Flow was the guy. I am ecstatic as a Vikings fan, though, because we dodged a massive bullet. We get to have B-Flow for the next few years, solidifying our team and making sure that we can continue to grow the way that we need to. So, great decision as a Vikings fan. As an NFL fan, that was a horrible decision.
Oh, I got to jump in this. Let me go ahead.
Let me say something real quick.
Hurry up.
Yeah, for a few seconds. For the Viking fan that came in a live chat, I can't go into this in depth, but just tune in tomorrow night on the Purple and Gold Balls and how we're going to depth in your question. But I will say that KLC has his job on the line, and JJ McCarthy will not be quarterback of the Minnesota Vikings next year. You might not see him in another Minnesota Viking jersey. I promise you that. But I will go into depth tomorrow on the Purple and Gold Balls podcast.
So let's go. All right. So Mike McCarthy, again, I think with the Roonies, I think the Pittsburgh Steelers, this is just my opinion, I think they just played it safe, yo. I think they just played it safe.
Absolutely.
Mike McCarthy is he's just a safe coach.
Yeah.
Okay. And all three of you guys have said the same things, and I agree with all three of you. I really mostly lean towards Rock in the offense. Because, ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, in the National Football League, teams are starting to get more offensively. Mike McCarthy is an offensive guy. Get it. But like Q-Dog said, and Supreme, that the Pittsburgh Steelers are losing their aura. Their thing is tough nose, steel curtain, all that, from Chuck Noll to Bill Cowher to Mike Tomlin. Those are tough, strict guys. This guy's not. He's not. So that's why they're playing it safe. You get the best of both worlds with McCarthy. He's not a coach that's going to handle adversity on the team because he really never had. He had the Packers and the Cowboys. He ain't really had that pain-in-the-ass type situation going on. But I think this is going to work out for Pittsburgh offensively. One thing about Mike McCarthy, he will get you wins. With 3 straight years, he went with the Dallas Cowboys. He went 12-5. He went with the Dallas Cowboys.
That's
Green
true.
Bay, of course. He won a Super Bowl with the Green Bay Packers. Okay,
Absolutely.
so the guy, he knows how to win.
Mm-hmm.
He knows how to win. Mike McCarthy, little or not the people know, Mike McCarthy just became the best coach in the AFC North. He just became the best coach. Overnight.
Yeah, that's so true.
Overnight. He just became the best coach in the AFC North. Wow.
Facts.
That's true.
In a snap of a finger, he just became the best coach. Okay, go. But my choice, like to go back with Q and Rock and Supreme and then put all this in one big pot with a big spoon. I'm going to stir it up real quick. 2 people that came under mind when this job came over, I was like, damn, okay, Pittsburgh, they should have, take that back. They did not get Brian Flores because we all know, football fans out there, we all know that Brian Flores would be perfect with the Rooney. I don't get why I get the Roonies, why they didn't, because the Roonies and the Pittsburgh Steelers, they're trying to keep up with the times. They're trying to keep up with the offense because you got Jamar Chase and you got Joe Burrow, then you got Lamar Jackson, then you got Shedeur going to be coming up. So they're trying to keep up with that. I get that. But the best choice for me, 2 guys, would be Vance Joseph for the Denver Broncos and Jonathan Gannon, former coach for the Arizona Cardinals. I would lean towards Vance Joseph because he's been head coach before. The reason why I said Vance Joseph, because he got second best defense in the National Football League behind the Denver Broncos, behind the Houston Texans. Okay, the guy has been there before. Is he tough? No, he's not. But he knows defense. Pittsburgh is always known for defense. 3-4 defense, matter of fact, that Denver runs. So and on top of that, Vance Joseph is 53 years old. Mike McCarthy is 62 years old. So you mean to tell me this guy, you're going to get 8, probably 6 best years out of this guy till he retire? And we all know Pittsburgh goes for the long haul when they pick coaches. But you get 62-year-old Mike McCarthy.
Well, if age is a factor, why not Robert Saleh? He's a good defensive-minded.
Robert Saleh would have been there.
That would have been a great option too.
Jonathan Gannon and
Jonathan Gannon,
and he should have got Jonathan Gannon. I didn't really know too much about Gannon, and I'm gonna shut up real quick. But Jonathan Gannon, when he grabbed that player's arm this year, last year, when he grabbed that player's arm and held him accountable and got in his face, I said, "This type of coach I want." That's what I'm talking about. The guy, and guess what? Jonathan Gannon is 43 years old. So you will get more out of Jonathan Gannon. And you will get a little bit more out of, you'll get more out of Vance Joseph and a lot more out of Jonathan Gannon, who's 43. Vance Joseph is 53. This guy is 62 years old. Now, here's the last question. What are you going to do about Arthur Smith, the offensive coordinator? Because Mike McCarthy is the play caller. So what are you going to do now? What are you going to do? What are you going to do with Arthur Smith?
I thought Arthur Smith left.
Yeah, I think he's gone.
He gone?
Yeah, he left.
So now Pittsburgh is always with Mike McCarthy always had Devontae Adams, and then he had CeeDee Lamb. Okay. I don't think he's going to do what he did with those guys with DK Metcalf. I don't see it.
No,
I do not see it. No, sir. And like Rock said, and he said it perfectly. It's going to be a lot of post routes. Mike McCarthy is going to be dinking, dunking. He never was a long ball type coach. I'm telling you, I think the Pittsburgh they're going to be good. They're going to be in that fight. They're going to get there. Aaron Rodgers stay. Oh, goddamn. Oh, it's going to be good, man. But I think Pittsburgh and Mike McCarthy, he's going to get you 10. He can get you 10 to 12. He's going to get you that.
That's a good point.
And Patrick Graham is the defensive coordinator. Pretty good defense. 4-3. That 4-3 is good with Patrick Graham. He should do better. I wish him the best. I see Pittsburgh, 10-7, 11-6, something like that. But yeah, I just think he plays safe. And at 62 years old, man, that's who they got. Hey, like I say, the best coach in the AFC North, just like that, in one snap. But Todd talking like, oh, my bad, y'all. Y'all got me fired up, boy. Y'all got me fired up on that one. Man. And y'all out there in the live chat, please put your comments. I want to hear from y'all on this one, because god dang, this is something that Pittsburgh, like I said, they just played it safe. They should have went Brian Flores.
Mm-hmm. One thing I will say though is you can't count out these rookie head coaches, because it didn't show over the last few years. Some of these rookie head coaches have put teams in the playoffs. We just seen Liam Cohen do it. Joe Brady going eventually gonna do it, being the new head coach of Buffalo. I honestly think I think Cleveland might be the sleeper to take the division next year. If they start Shador from the break and give him a full off season as prepping him as the starting quarterback with a new with a new head coach that is an offensive minded. Todd Monken's an offensive-minded guy as well, and
he's a genius, man.
But here's the thing with Mike McCarthy, Rob.
Deshaun Watson be the backup, even though he got all that money. You gotta let him be the backup, man. You can't stunt that man. Should do a growth, and he didn't won them. He's the last winning quarterback for real, right? If prove me if I'm wrong, right?
Yeah.
He won the majority of their games this year. Shador Sanders did.
Shador's a Pro Bowl quarterback. You guys hear?
Yeah, as an alternate, as a rookie fifth rounder. They did Pro Bowl.
Well, Todd Monken's going to use that.
I don't. This AFC North has went from the best division. They're probably going to be one of the, I ain't going to say the worst, but they're going to be mediocre. They're going to be right there in the middle.
It's going to be interesting, though. It's definitely going to be interesting. And must-watch football, though.
It's not
going to be great football.
Offensive division. Definitely offensive division.
It's going to be a good division, though.
It's going to be the NFC North.
In them games, going to be
NFC North, AFC North. They the same. NFC North, AFC North. They all offense. They all offense.
Yeah,
all of them.
Yeah,
let's go to Buffalo. Let's go to Buffalo.
Yeah.
Buffalo Bills have chosen offensive coordinator Joe Brady after 9 years of Sean McDermott. 9 years of Sean McDermott. We talked about this last week, I believe. And Joe Brady now is the new head coach of the Buffalo Bills. He gets to be the first coach in that new stadium in Buffalo. This is a mixed reaction I've seen from Bills fans as well, but it's in-house. So let's go to Rock. Let's go to Rock on this one, man. Rockstar Rock on this one. Can Joe Brady return the Bills to being one of the most dynamic offensives in the offensives? Can't even talk. Offenses. Whatever. God damn it. In the NFL. He talked today.
Can he make them into being one of the most dynamic offenses in the NFL?
With Josh,
I believe so.
Okay, talk to me.
Because he already did it with Josh Allen.
Yes, sir.
The years that they had them deep playoff runs into the AFC Championship, he was the offensive coordinator. He revitalized the way that Josh Allen played the game, because like someone said early on about Josh Allen. Josh Allen was butt cheeks in his first 2 years in NFL. He was close to breaking Eli Manning's interception record in his first 2 years. That shit, it was getting a little ugly out there.
Right.
Until they brought in Joe Brady, who was the offensive coordinator, I believe, for the Carolina Panthers, if I'm correct. And that's when they brought McDermott over. He was with McDermott in Carolina under Ron Rivera and whatnot. So I like the hire. I think he should have been I think he should have been a head coach a long time ago at another organization. I was hoping he would have been our head coach a few times before we got Doug Peterson, or I'd have liked to see him be the head coach at New Orleans before Kellen Moore got the job. So, but you know, he's where he's comfortable. Already have a superstar quarterback that knows how he's going to call plays for him. They already have a rapport and a good camaraderie, and they already know how to win. He's already making sure that his top receiver that they drafted in Keon Coleman feels comfortable being in a Buffalo Bills uniform after his GM and his owner made him look like they didn't even want the guy when the GM really wanted to draft him. So I like the hire. I do believe he's going to make Buffalo a great offense. It's just that I'm worried about how their defense is. Josh Allen can't put up 50 points a game and think they're going to win. Can't put up 40 points a game and think they're going to somehow keep a team from scoring 40. You can't put up 40 in the NFL and stop a team from scoring 40 unless your defense is that daggone great.
Absolutely.
If you don't have a good defense, you're going to be giving up the same amount of points you're putting up on the board.
We've seen it time and time again.
And that's where Josh Allen gets burnt out in the playoffs. So I like to see how much who else he adds to the staff, you know, as far as defensively, as far as their coordinator, because that's been their problem. It hasn't. I mean, Josh Allen has turned the ball over because at a rapid rate in the postseason. It's because he's had to.
Yeah.
He's had to go out there and play super aggressive to keep Buffalo in those playoff games.
Absolutely.
Because his defense couldn't stop a nosebleed.
Yes.
You know, and they will have the advantage playing in their atmosphere, the cold weather in Buffalo. But you would see their defense getting run up and down the field in certain games. Skylar Thompson from the Miami Dolphins put up 30-something points on Buffalo in the playoff game.
That is very true.
This dude should have never put up 30-something points on them in the that was Brian Flores. I think that wasn't Brian Flores last year. That was Mike McCarthy, Mike McDaniel's first year as head coach.
Got your opponents in Raid Shadow Legend. Use this pro.
So I think Joe Brady will do wonders. I know they're gonna come back for that division next year to compete with the New England Patriots. But I like the hire. That was out of the 3 hires that they showed. I like this one, but I like the Joe Brady.
Okay. So Q, what changes should the Bills make on defense? Because they just hired former safety. We don't know too much about it. Jim Leonard. As I remember him for Buffalo.
Yeah, he played with the Rams too.
The Rams. So now he's the new defensive coordinator. So what changes do you think Buffalo should make, Q? I mean, you think that defense is gonna, still thrive and still go on the McDermott's regimes in a way? You think Buffalo will still so that defense will still hang on?
Not in my opinion. I really feel we all and any football fans that's a fan of football, you gotta love Josh Allen. He's one of the most competitive quarterbacks, if not the most competitive quarterback in the NFL. There's no quitting this man. But we can't continue to see him in games like this. We can't continue to see him always coming back. Always in fights and I mean, it's okay every now and then, but we need this team to be dominant. We need this team to be lights out, foot on the neck. Don't let them put their foot on your neck. Never let them come up for error. They're not that type of team, and so they need to be that type of team. And so to be that type of team, we see these teams that dominate a lot. You got to have a good defense.
Yep.
You got to have a choke out defense. You got to be a choke out artist.
Yes, sir.
And so you can't have a team that's a prevalent, mediocre defense like that. Let teams back in the game, or also then your offense, then your offense got to put gas on the pedal to catch up. I seen so many games this year from Josh Allen like that. The man just wearing his arm out, just trying to force maybe possibly the overtime or tie the game towards the end of the fourth. We seen a lot of that, and I know we have that in him. It's okay from time to time, but when we're gonna see the chokeout bills that just don't give a team a chance? I think they get to that level there. We can see Josh Allen propel into a Super Bowl, but they need. I think they need to get that defense more than offense. We know what the offense can do. We know what Josh Allen can do. I think that what would help him more if he had a set of bookend receivers.
Yeah.
A set of dominant bookend receivers.
There you go.
You can see Josh Allen really excel the way he's supposed to excel, but he have to work with what he's given. We know he got the running back and Cook, but I just really feel like, with Vrabel, the way he got them boys going, they got some catching up to do. And it seems like that the team that used to be on the bottom of the division at one point, New England, like they're going to be on top for a few years. It's going to take this man, Brady, maybe a couple years, but to get this team immaculated. But, the hourglass is ticking on Josh Allen. And even though he's approaching his prime, he needs help, and he needs help more on defense than and maybe a couple of bookend receiving. Get some, and on defense, get some people, be able to get some people to pressure the quarterback. Back in them old Bill days, in the '92 Bills days, with Don leaving them, but a quarterback couldn't breathe.
Shall I name them? Bruce Smith, Cornelius Bennett. I mean, come on, bro. Come on. Darryl Talley.
They got Bosa. They didn't have Bosa and
I agree with the dog.
Bosa on his last leg, man.
I think that's Buffalo. His brother, the one that be getting hurt the most, the one that played for.
Yeah, but the one that they got
the one that came from the Chargers too. Yeah, he be getting hurt too.
Nick is in Buffalo.
Yeah, they about washed, man. Them both about washed. But I'm saying I just think they need to get a pass rush, and they also need to get a choke out artist defense.
I agree with that.
Until they get that, then we're gonna see the same Buffalo Bills, see the same expect more of that this year. The same type of Bills we've been seeing, fighting from behind and all these comeback wins. It's not gonna get it. It's not gonna get it. He needs a defense that's gonna help him out.
Jesus. So Supreme. Now, Sean McDermott, Supreme, was just loved. He was loved, man. Even though he made it to 2 AFC championship games. He won 5 division titles in a row. From 2020 to 2024, that's 5 in a row. So Supreme, McDermott again loved. Everybody hated him to go. They was like, why, what the hell going on here? Bills Mafia. They went crazy with McDermott because, again, they love the guy. So my question to you, Supreme, is what should Joe Brady do to shake off the negative reaction from the fan base? How did he become loved? Because I'm pretty sure, man, they're gonna boo him. I got a feeling they're gonna boo him. Because there's a lot of dysfunction going on in the Buffalo's Bills front office, and I leave that alone. I'm gonna let Supreme get there, but yeah. So what does Joe Brady have to do to get in good graces with the Bills Mafia?
It's going to be difficult for him to get the same kind of love that Sean McDermott had. Like The man rebuilt the culture. He put the team from worst to almost first.
Yeah.
And when as a fan, when you experience that over over 9 years, to go from misery to some of the highest highs, you're going to earn that love. And he definitely earned it. And he is definitely, in my opinion, a good coach. But there's a factor that happens. There's certain type of good coaches. They're the type of guys that get you to, rebuild your culture, get you to the point where you can start competing, but to get you, they're not the guy that gets you over the hump, right? So to answer your question, Joe has to be the guy to get them over the hump. And it's a little bit of a tall task, right? Because this is his first head coaching job. He went from LSU, quarterback coach there, if I'm not mistaken, to Carolina, offensive coordinator there, and then over to quarterbacks coach there too, and then to Buffalo, where he became the OC. And a few years ago, when we look at the Buffalo Bills over the last 3 to 4 years, maybe 5 years, they've been a prolific offense, right? Before he showed up.
Dorsey had it right. Dorsey was the offensive coordinator.
They've just been an offense that can pile on a ton of points.
Right.
But I think he's got his foot in the door when it comes to earning that fan base's respect, because he was the guy that coined the phrase, everybody eats, right? That's what all that fan base was saying. And as a result, they went from an offense where Josh Allen literally was doing everything to now James Cook is actually doing a good amount of stuff, and they're spreading the ball around, getting everybody involved, and trying to relieve some of that pressure off of Josh Allen. We know Josh Allen is Josh Allen. We know he can do video game numbers. He can do some ungodly things at times, but like Q was saying, you can't rely on that. You can't have that be the sole way of winning, because you're just going to run out of that secret sauce eventually. And when you get to that AFC title game, when you get to that Super Bowl, it's going to be run out. So he's got the foot in the door by creating that trust that he's gotten in that fan base with the let everybody eats kind of mantra, and showing how he's kind of evolved the offense since he took over from Josh Allen reliant to an everybody kind of like team effort on offense sort of thing. And now he has to make the best decision for his defensive coordinator. I didn't look into that. I wish I would have. But if he brings in a great defensive coordinator and they're able to bring in some nice young guys and elevate to, at the very least, a middle of the pack defense that can stop the run, make it difficult. They don't have to be perfect, okay? They have Josh Allen, right? So he can bail them out in certain situations, but he can't be relied on every single drive. But if the offense can be above average in certain areas and give him an extra drive here or two to kind of reset when he can't overcome the need to do it all himself, that's going to help win over this fan base. And if that defense and that defensive coordinator that he hires and he does a good job as the head coach overseeing all of that, I think he's well on his way to kind of earning that kind of respect. And from what I've seen from the evolution of the Buffalo offense from what it was a few years ago to what it is now, I really like the guy. I think that he's got a good head on his shoulders. He's not a home run hitter where it was before, where it's like, just give Josh the ball. Let's let him run the ball. Let's let him just do everything and just put up those video game numbers. Let him play Madden out there to let's just save that. And let's involve James. Let's involve the tight end. I can't remember his name right now, but Dalton Kincaid and Keon Coleman. I really like Keon Coleman because I think he's a fun young kid. Like his first presser, talking about the coat that he got. He's just a really lovable kid. You can tell that he's been brought up right. Yeah. He's immature and young, so he's of course he's had some issues there, but he's on his way to becoming a good receiver. Maybe not a number one, but a competent number two, a contributor, right? So if he can continue that, and on top of building a team around Josh Allen in that offense and taking some of that load off and trying to save that secret sauce for when it actually matters late in the season, in the playoffs, instead of having to try to win games like that in September. You know what I mean? I think that he will be doing a really good job of having that fan base fall in love with him. Plus, it's going to be a new environment. You know, it's going to feel like we got a new football team, new stadium, and maybe just moving on might just be what they need. And that whole everything together will kind of help them kind of accept and kind of fall in love with him. I personally think it was a good choice for him to be the coach from what he's done in Buffalo already. And if not, he would have gotten a head coaching job somewhere else anyway. So you better lock him up before he gets stolen from you. So I think he can do it. I think he can definitely win the fan base over and turn this thing around for them.
I think so too. And I think that Kyle Shanahan, Sean McVay, Kevin O'Connell, those type of guys have really started a wave. And when it come down to young head coaches, this guy just became the youngest head coach in the NFL, 36 years old, Joe Brady. Everybody's going young and everybody's going offensive. It's a catch-22 in that, though. And I get that. But my thing is, can you handle situational football? Can you handle player personnel? Can you handle that? And I'm not saying Joe Brady can't. I can't say
no.
The dog said no. But you know, I just and by this hiring right here, first of all, let's talk about it. I'm gonna quickly talk about the dysfunction that's going on with Brandon Beane and Tom Pergella, the owner. I mean, not Tom, Terry Pergella. It's so dysfunctional in Buffalo, and they're doing a great job by hiding it. A lot of people just don't know what the hell is going on in Buffalo because of Josh Allen and his success, and Sean McDermott as well. But you can see the writing on the wall as far as older coaches getting pushed out. Mike Tomlin just resigned. Sean McDermott is gone. Only two, that's three, that's standing in that whole AFC is John Harbaugh, Andy Reid, and Sean Payton. Those three. Everybody else is young. Everybody's getting young and vibrant. When Monken is old, he's 60, but he's new head coach. These guys been Andy Reid, Sean Payton. Those guys been coaches before. Jim Harbaugh, they've been coaches before. Man, this is good for Buffalo. I see their offense going to be a lot faster. It's going to take a lot off Josh Allen. And I agree with Supreme. This is going to be we're really going to see Dalton Kincaid put up big numbers. Dalton Kincaid is one of the best tight ends in the National Football League, and I think hopefully that we get to see Keon Coleman, because those of you who don't know, Keon Coleman came out of Florida State, and he is a dog.
I like him.
Keon Coleman is a dog, and if you on a goal line and it's third down, man, back shoulder fade to Keon Coleman. He makes his living off that. He was one of the best wide receivers Florida State had in a long time. Keon Coleman. He's a go-getter. Injury slowed him down or whatever, but I do not that too. And I do not like the fact that how they threw him under the bus, saying that, Keon, I didn't want Keon at first. It wasn't my idea. But, I mean, come on, man. It's just ridiculous. It's ridiculous. But, again, just to stay on subject here, Joe Brady is a good pickup. And Buffalo, they reached and they got him. Luckily, it's an in-house thing. They're going to try to keep up with the like Q said, they're going to try to keep up with the New England Patriots in the Super Bowl. So now next season, you got Josh McDaniels in his offensive mind against Joe Brady. And not too much going on in Miami. They got a major rebuild in Miami. So those three, and the Jets are dead. So you got two teams that's really you got two teams that's really coming up. There's Buffalo and New England. They're gonna be jousting for that division. Buffalo pretty much got the same team. They don't really hit too much in the free agency. So they play it safe. Okay. But yeah, I agree with the dog. But like I said, this is just a prime example of old coaches just getting pushed the hell out. They're getting gone. But it's good, but it's bad. It's good because, they can relate to the players. And, you're going to see a lot of explosive offenses. And, you're going to see 40-point games and 30-point games. And, this wide receiver is going to have 1,200 receptions and all that. But also on the bad side, such and such got in the club and such and such got in the drugs and such and such beat up on his girlfriend and such and such got in a car accident or you got this guy over here, he's on the sideline, he just causing a menace. I don't think Joe Brady can handle that. I don't think these young coaches can handle that. I don't think that. I think it's a lot to be a head coach, man. It ain't sitting there holding the playbook to your mouth all the time like this. It's more to that. Now, host, have you been an NFL coach before? Because you talking like you've been an NFL coach before. No, I have not. But I am a coach. And it is a whole lot to it because you got to handle what's on the field, and then you got to have behind you, which is the personnel. And then you got a headset. So you got everybody talking in your ear. You got the defensive coordinator, special teams. You got the line coach and everybody talking. And you got to concentrate on that. I don't know if Joe Brady can do it. I don't know if he can do it. It's a good pickup, but I don't know if he do it. Oh, shut up. Okay. All right. All right, man. But Buffalo, what do y'all see Buffalo, man? What do y'all see Buffalo with Joe Brady, man? I see 11.
10, 11 games. 10,
I see
11,
11, 12. 11, 12 for Buffalo again. They went 12-5. No, they go 12-5. 11. What they record? Shit. 10-7, I believe. Hell if I know. But anyway, they're going to go to the playoffs. They're going to go to the playoffs. But like Q said, it's going to be the same thing, man. They might can get to the AFC Championship game and bloop. Nope. It's just sad. Change your regime, Buffalo. Change it up. And I know you try to get Joe Brady in there, but change it up a little bit. And like Q said again, get some receivers. You need a number two. Keon Coleman is a number one for sure, but you need a two. You need some help. And Brandon Cooks is not going to do it. Not going to do it at all. All right, last but not least, man, we're going to go to the AFC North. Back to the AFC North. Todd Monken, former Baltimore Ravens offensive coordinator and former Cleveland Browns, believe it or not, offensive coordinator, is now the head coach of the Cleveland Browns. I believe he is the 24th coach they ever had of the Cleveland Browns here. Cleveland Browns. So again, we going offensive again. Another offensive coach in the Cleveland Browns. And I'm gonna start off with the legend himself, the dog. Two-part question, Q. With Todd Monken. Did the Cleveland Browns make the right decision hiring Todd Monken as head coach? And can Todd Monken help Shedeur Sanders succeed next season?
I think Todd Monken should have ran when he had a chance.
Damn.
You just said a quote that he's the 24th coach in this organization.
Yes, sir.
That's too many damn coaches.
Too many coaches.
We done seen how players come through this organization and leave and succeed somewhere else.
Yes, sir.
This starts with management, man. This starts with the owner. I think they still had the previous owner for these 24 coaches, man.
Yes.
Quite evident, man. I just think they just don't know what they're doing.
Right.
This team is really a head case to even talk about, even to begin to talk about, because you got holes here, holes there. And it's just like you just can't hang your hat on something.
Right.
I mean, not just players. I'm talking about coaches. Management. What can you hang your hat at? And it just, to me, I don't know, man. I wish this man well. I don't really have too much to say. It speaks for itself with this organization. Shedeur, you got a tough road ahead of you. Maybe you and Monken can come together and maybe make something out of this thing, give it a spark, take 2 rocks and get a spark, let's start a fire or something. But I mean, this organization is a disaster, man. And so that being said, man, I really don't have no high hopes for this organization. I don't know. We've been saying this for a long time about this organization.
Yeah.
We can go all the way back prevalent to the dog pound days, back when
Belichick?
No,
Schottenheimer?
who should be on quarterback? Bernie Kosar.
Bernie Kosar.
Yeah, I mean,
way back.
Bernie Kosar. We had players. You remember Wester Slaughter and Brian
Wester Slaughter, yeah.
We had players back then.
Frank Minifield.
Hanford Dixon, cornerback. They had something going way back then. It was in the early 80s.
There you go.
Ever since then, we ain't been talking about nobody. Man, this thing, man.
Hey, but you know what, Q? Man. They fell off when they numbered the Baltimore Ravens.
Yeah, when they going back and forth and all that stuff like that, man. Like I said, 24 coaches that went through this organization says a lot, man. It just says a lot. That's just too many, man. And for y'all to not to have any kind of, rest in peace, Jim Brown, man. I know you was a dominant player for this team, way back in the day. But man, I just don't. I don't know, man. I just my hat's off to the man, and hopefully him and Shedeur Sanders can get his team a spot. Maybe they can get 6 wins out of this junk, man. I don't know, man. I just don't have nothing to say about this one. It's a dumpster fire organization. I can tell you that. Straight dumpster fire.
So damn. Hey, keeping it real, bro.
On the Real2Sports podcast.
Yes, sir. Keeping it real, bro. Hey, so Supreme. Now, Monken got the job. Again, we're going offensive again. It seems like the common denominator here tonight is offense. So Monken is the head coach, Supreme. But they jumped over Jim Schwartz, who's the defensive coordinator. They just jumped over him. So my question is, should Monken bring back defensive coordinator Jim Schwartz? Or you think Jim Schwartz should be like, the hell with it, I'm leaving? Because Jim Schwartz, believe it or not, Supreme was top 5? And then you got Myles Garrett. Cleveland, all they was hitting on with their defense. But again, my question to you is, should Monken bring back defensive coordinator Jim Schwartz, or should Jim Schwartz find another home? Hopefully the Raiders.
I think there's one thing that Schwartz can do, and that's run a defense. We know that for a while.
What you talking about?
He's not a head coach, though. We've seen him take the role before, and he's not a head coach. So it's not like he should be feeling upset that he didn't get, the option to become the head coach.
Yeah.
When it comes to that, I think he should definitely pursue him and say, "Hey, yo, man, I'm bringing in a new flavor here, and I got ideas when it comes to the offense, and I'm gonna give you an offense, right? So something that you haven't had, and sell them that way. And maybe Jim Schwartz can just be like, let's give it one last ride, and if not, I'm gonna have to decide to move on and find another team that I can build a solid defense on, because he can do that. We know he can do that, right? But to go back to the previous question as well, was it the right choice, and will he get the best out of Shedeur? Well, first and foremost, everything that the dog said is absolutely true. I co-sign on all of it.
I co-sign too.
But I am optimistic, and I try to be logical, and I try to see things from different lenses. And for me, Todd Monken, he is an offensive genius, man. To take that Baltimore Ravens offense and completely be able to hide what Lamar's weaknesses were and make him look like a top-tier quarterback is something else, okay? Let's be real. I've watched every single snap of Lamar's career. He has literally thrown no more than 5 back shoulder throws and probably only completed 1. They don't trust him to throw into coverage. They don't trust him to lead his receivers. It's always incredibly well-designed plays that maximizes strength and at the same time confuses the defense into worrying too much about Lamar and the run game. And then all of a sudden, Isaiah Likely gets out open. Mark Andrews gets out open. Zay Flowers gets out open. And Lamar Jackson can hit a wide open receiver like nobody else, okay? Right. He has that. At least he has that kind of accuracy. But when it comes to with that knowledge, knowing that he was able to make that offense look as good as it has in the regular season at times, I think very much so he can do something similar for Shedeur. You know, if he can hide all of Lamar's weaknesses, he can hide all of Shedeur's weaknesses and coach him up to do the things that he needs to do and focus on his strengths. The kid has a little something. Okay, there's 5 years ago, we used to say stuff with rookie quarterbacks. We used to have patience. We used to know that rookie quarterbacks get flustered. Rookie quarterbacks make mistakes. Right. They are supposed to look bad. They're supposed to fumble the ball, throw interceptions, and we were okay with it. And the thing that we would hear commentators or announcers say, man, but did you see that one throw that he made in the game? That was a big time throw. And when he develops, and if he can do that now, the sky's the limit. That has disappeared in modern football. Everybody wants an immediate impact. They want to see what Jaden Daniels did in year 1. They want to see what CJ Stroud did in year 1. Oh. So they're just impatient. Trash. So when I look at Shedeur, he doesn't do a lot of things great, but every once in a while he throws a really nicely placed ball. He has he can scramble and he is a playmaker, but he's just so incredibly raw. So you bring in an offensive genius like Todd Monken. We don't know if he's a leader of men. We don't know if he can take on the head coaching role and actually facilitate that, because that's different than just being the OC, right? So there's a lot of things working against him. Right. But with all that being said, and with all Q said, and all that being 1,000% true about this dumpster fire organization, I'm going to ignore all that and just think optimistically and logically. Yes, he can definitely turn this offense around. He can. I think he can definitely get the best out of Shedeur. And he's got a hell of a running back to lean on, right? So, will it actually happen? Probably not. Let's be real. Let's be honest. But he does. He is that offensive genius that can potentially create some sort of scheme, some sort of effective offense to give some of that defense a little bit of a will to play, because they haven't had it. And even when they don't have it, they are lights out. Imagine if they feel like, holy crap, we can put up 24 points now. You know how much harder they'll start playing? You know, so like if anybody can do it, I think Todd Monken can. I think it's a great hire by them, not to mention the fact that he knows the ins and outs of what Baltimore can do. So he's going to have a lot of information for Schwartz if he decides to stay. And I imagine this upcoming season, at the very least defensively, them making it incredibly hard for Lamar to even do anything and kind of prove that they should have moved on from Lamar and not from Harbaugh. So I think it's going to be a fun season. I think this division is going to be great. And you know what? It has been a little bit sooner since the old Bernie Kosar days, since we had a little bit of faith in the Browns. Did we forget about Baker Mayfield? I know season he got drafted. Those 2 seasons, I was excited to see what that team could become. Not much, but he did give him some double-digit wins in one season, right?
We're 11 at 5, bro.
So there was a little hype there, and maybe Todd Monken was the right choice, and maybe he is got the moxie to become a good head coach. And in that division, it's easy. It's easy division for him to develop into a good coach. So
boom,
yes,
easy division.
I think he's okay. I think it's a great choice for them.
Okay, easy division. I agree with you on that one. Rockstar Rizak. What kind of team, man? What kind of team, Rock, do you think the Browns would be with Tom Monken as head coach? What kind of mantra? What kind of team that you would think they would be now with this guy? And my second part is, do you think this is a crazy question? I don't know why I bring it out here, but why not? Will they be a wild card team one day? With Tom Monken?
I think they be a wild card team next year.
Ooh,
next
come on,
season.
talk about it.
Let's go.
Come on,
The
let's hear
Cleveland
it.
Browns got
What's up,
the Cleveland Browns got our draft pick, which is a late first rounder because we made the playoffs, and they also got their original pick, so they got 2 first round picks. To start.
Okay.
2 first round picks to start the new regime.
Okay.
That gives them an option. That gives them 2 options in the first round to either go offense to help Shedeur Sanders, give him a number one option because they're going to have money in free agency as far as losing teams usually have good cap space in free agency to rebuild rebuild their squad, their teams. They already got Myles Garrett locked in, so it's a matter of fact of whether or not they want to trade him for future assets to be able to have a full, necessary rebuild, because he's only there collecting the dough. He's already broke the for real, they can trade Myles Garrett. He broke the record.
Yeah.
They can trade him.
Well, they got him for 4 years. Now, if anybody's going to pick up that tab, it's the question.
If it's worth it.
It is worth it.
If you put Myles Garrett on any of these teams right now, that is just one pass. Like if you put Myles Garrett on Buffalo right now, are we saying this conversation? Are we booking Buffalo in the playoffs?
Oh hell yeah,
we booking Buffalo to be in the Super Bowl. As Q Dog just said, he need to book in wide receiver as well as defense, and you put Myles Garrett on Buffalo. Yeah, that handles a lot of issues as far as getting to Patrick Mahomes or Joe Burrow in the playoffs when Buffalo needs a stop on 4th down. That cancels Christmas if you really want to go there.
Yes, sir, it does.
If you
it does.
But I don't know if Cleveland would go that route to really have a full rebuild, because they also got Deshaun Watson on the books. And if I'm Cleveland,
one more year,
I would make Deshaun Watson earn his starting role. Forget your money, bro. You need to earn this role. You either got to beat out Shedeur or you will be his backup.
Come on, Rob.
If you his backup, that may be a good thing for the organization.
Yeah.
Because at least Shedeur will be able to get some type of tutelage from a quarterback that has been a star, did win a championship in college, has gotten that contract where a team brought him in, paying him X's amount of dollars, and got rid of their first rounder that they got, and Baker Mayfield. We were talking about the Baker Mayfield era in Cleveland. That's what Cleveland did. They went all out and went and got Deshaun Watson. So maybe he can kind of put some honus into with Shedeur, let him know certain mistakes that he made. And that's why he's in the position now that he's got to fight for his starting job. If I'm Cleveland, I'm not giving Deshaun. I don't care. So what? We're paying him all this money. Make him earn a job. We ain't seen this man play. We ain't seen this man play a good, competent, and I say this, a good, competent amount of football in years.
That's right.
From Deshaun Watson.
That's very true.
A good, complete, competent amount of football.
Absolutely.
We ain't seen that in years from him. So if I'm Cleveland, you go out there and you do what's best for the organization and best to get you guys out the dumpster fire that is being in the low and being one of the franchises with one of the lowest percentages in the last 20 years. Yeah, my team was one of those teams, but we see we're making a difference. You don't want to be like the Jets and the Giants, Cleveland. You don't want to be like that.
No, you don't want to be like that, bro.
don't know, you know. So I think they'll make a good decision. They'll go offense with that first pick, then the second pick go defense. That way you're helping Shador out in the offense, and you're also giving Myles Garrett another guy that can be the cornerstone of the franchise. Even because them first round picks are usually what they consider the cornerstones of the franchise.
Yeah.
If you're getting them that high in the first round. So I will see if I would like that route for Cleveland.
I like your way of thinking.
Get you 2 good studs in that first round, and then wherever they are in the second, third round, you add caliber depth within within certain holes in their defense and in their offense, because they really aren't that bad if you look at their roster.
Right.
Keyshawn Judkins was out due to his situation, but he came back.
Seen that guy in person, bro. He's like that.
And he's gonna be coming off an injury coming in the next season. So who knows? In that second round, they maybe can be, or in free agency, they can get a caliber veteran running back to be behind Shador, that's able to maybe pick up on the pass blocking, read certain coverages that he may not be able to see in real time, as far as him, just learning how to read NFL coverages, like Q-Dog puts into perspective. It's different to read NFL coverages than it is in college.
Oh man, yeah, thousand times.
That was a conversation about Mendoza last week. As far as his ceiling coming into the NFL. So I think they will go. I think they should go that route. Get a veteran running back in there just until Judkins is better. And they already got a good wide receiver in Jared Jeudy. They just need a true number one that can kind of keep the double teams off of them. They got a good tight end in Njoku. And they have always been a solid team on the O-line as far as with Cleveland. They've always had a solid offensive lineman here or there that's always been a Pro Bowler.
That's a big boy.
Joe Thomas was a Pro Bowler for years, and he was their center and things of that nature. So I like how they got rid of Stefanski, because of the fact that he stunted the growth of their quarterback, who was their only winning quarterback last year. So I think they will cut ties or make Dylan Gabriel their practice squad quarterback and make Deshaun Watson their backup.
I agree.
And get a range to Shador.
Yeah.
I know some people may not like the fact that Shador Sanders is going to be the starting quarterback for the Cleveland Browns, but he their best option.
Yes.
In my opinion, he their best option.
I agree. And I wouldn't throw. I agree with you. I make Deshaun earn every penny. They got one more year with this guy, and come on, let's be real, y'all. Cleveland's not going to sign this guy again. He might not even. Nobody might not sign him again for how he holding up teams. But I agree with you, Rock. That is great perspective right there, and you can go on ESPN with that one. Because I would make him earn every penny. I would make him earn that. You're just not going to come in just because you Deshaun Watson and be starter of the Cleveland Browns. No, but Shador is the best way to go. Like you say, he's their only winning quarterback. That's the best way to do it. I totally agree, and it's good. I did not know that they had 2 first-round picks. You said they got one from Jacksonville. I did not know that. So
we traded the Travis Hunter pick.
Okay.
They had the number 2 pick. We came up to get Travis Hunter, so we gave up our first round for this year.
Okay.
And that means that they got our pick based off of us making the playoffs, which is probably they probably got the 26th pick or something like that.
So that works out for Cleveland, because that's what I said.
They get 2 first round picks.
Yeah, they was thinking. So maybe the Stefanski was already in the making. Because they're already thinking in the future. And that's how I like people when they draft. They think about the future instead of right now. You got to think about it right now. And like you said, Myles Garrett, let's say you got to get a big time player to help Myles Garrett, because God forbid Myles Garrett go down. Then what you got? It's kind of like y'all with the Vikings. Justin Jefferson for a while, he didn't have a number 2. And then boom, here comes Jordan Addison. Okay, Justin Jefferson goes out for 7 games. Jordan Addison held the fort down. That's what I'm saying. You got to have a plan B. You got to have a plan B. Yeah, that's the most important. And Deshaun will be a good plan B. He'll be a good plan B. And let's just do a start. Let the young man start. Monken. Now, NFL fans out there, Monken is not going to run plays like how he did with Lamar. It's 2 different quarterbacks. Shedeur is not a runner. He's a pocket passer. He's not a runner. Can he run on occasions? He's not all that fast. And he can't take a hit, really. He's not really a guy that's going to go out there and Josh Allen it or anything like that. He's not that type of guy. No, hell no. But he's a pocket passer, and he has a strong arm. So I think Cleveland. I think Cleveland going to turn. I think Cleveland. I'm with Shedeur, and I'm just waiting to see what the hell they're going to do.
I think their offense going to be kind of like how Brady was running the offense in Wing and Tampa. A lot of intermediate routes, a lot of zigs.
The hits.
The hitch routes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Shedeur gonna be in the pocket a lot, so
yeah,
I believe that's how their offense gonna be, kind of like how that old New England offense.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see that hit routes. Damn, I ain't seen a hit route. Shit, I ain't seen a hit route since college. Notre Dame was hitting them hit routes. Fire. Those of you know what a hit route real quick is when quarterback, and you can tell the hit route coming because that receiver, he gets in motion. By the time he gets to that tight end, he breaks and he slants really hard. And he quarterback, bam. But that quarterback, you gotta watch that. You gotta watch that
that Mike.
That Mike. You gotta watch that Mike and the Sam. You gotta watch them linebackers, boy, because you get your wide receiver killed.
Told the fuck up.
I'm trying to tell you, you get killed, boy. So you gotta watch it.
Especially if the DN drop back in coverage too.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Them hit. I ain't seen hit route in a minute. That'll be good though. That'll be good. Viking time. The Vikings. Check out Purple and Gold Bars, man. Don't forget to check them out. Y'all got all Minnesota Viking questions. Please go to Purple and Gold Bars, man. Q-Dog gonna be on. The dog night. Yeah. Tomorrow night. It's going down. Tomorrow night, man. It's gonna be going down. It's gonna be the dog on there. There's a special guest on the Purple and Gold Bars. I'm gonna be there.
We got 2 opposing sides of the coin, 2 different views. You know what I mean? So there's gonna be a lot of disagreements because I'm a believer and I still got faith. And Q-Dog is more realistic when it comes to his team. I tend to drink a little bit more of the purple Kool-Aid, so it's going to be a fun podcast tomorrow.
It is, man. I can't wait. I'll be there. I'll be in that live.
I'm young though. I'm young. I'm still a little naive, Q. So you gotta ease into me. You can't be throwing those heavies too hard to me tomorrow.
All right, Q. Okay? Don't go over there crazy now.
Have a little compassion for your brother, but.
I will, bro.
That's one thing about the dog now. He get fired up now, boy.
He knows his stuff. That's why I'm always going to defer.
Take about 5 buckets of water to cool him off now.
You're right.
Stick and jab, stick and move, Supreme.
He get out like a big bull. Oh man, you gotta love it. Can't wait to see what the AFC North is gonna do. I don't know what they're gonna do, y'all. I don't know what they're gonna do. I'm ready for the season now, but it is what it be. It is what it be. All right, man, we're gonna get out of here. Ladies and gentlemen.
Hey, host. Hey, give a shout out to Mark McGuire for retiring.
Go ahead.
In his jersey.
Yeah.
Just want to give a shout out to Mark McGuire. He played for the Dallas Mavericks when they first was a beginning franchise in 1980. Played there from 80 to 88, I think. He averaged 24.4 points a game before traveling on to getting traded to the Pistons for Adrian Dantley, in which he won back-to-back championships with his good friend Isaiah Thomas. They grew up in the same neighborhood in Chicago, rough neighborhood, like 2 blocks from each other. so they're really close friends. But shout outs to Mark Aguirre that you came in and you played in the era where it was tough basketball, and you brought a tough mentality to that team. And you was well worth your jersey being lifted up in the rafters. So shout out to Mark Aguirre.
Mark Aguirre, tough hombre. Will body slam you to the floor, but man, he had a mid-range, bro. Woo! Oh, he had a mid-range. 2-step. Bam. Bam. Aguirre come down on a fast break, fast as hell, and stop right on the dime.
And in the microwave,
oh God!
And Vinny Johnson was out there. It was crazy.
Aguirre was that dude, bro. And man, Detroit was something else. They was something special, bro. I ain't like him though, because they were just so goddamn brutal. I ain't like him, but I respect him. I respect him for sure. All right, man, we're going to get out of here, though. That's our show for tonight, man. As always, we want to thank you so very much for watching another episode of the Real2Sports Talk Show. Please hit that thumbs up, man. Thumbs up. We deeply appreciate it. And if you don't mind, hit that subscribe button and turn on that bell for all notifications, man. All notifications. Again, thank you guys for watching. Oh, man. And my Tuesday crew. I don't know where y'all at tonight. Maybe y'all sleep in the bed. It's a little snow out here. I don't know where y'all at. My Tuesday crew used to be up in here. But nevertheless, man, thank you guys for watching the show. And, shout out to Ukraine. Ukraine. That's crazy. Got a Ukraine view up in here, man. Well, we're going to get out of here, man, with the Triple Crown winner himself, Rockstar Rod.
All right, I'm just going to keep it short and sweet. Good night, everybody. Hope y'all have a safe and wonderful weekend. Be careful out there with that snow and black ice. You know, don't go out there thinking you can just rock your latest tennis shoes and then bust your ass and then call the ambulance. Put some boots on. Get you some hand warmers if you ain't got no gloves. Ski mask to keep the face nice and good. And Real2Sports, baby, and be safe out there.
I'm trying to tell you, boy, don't go out there like that, bro, because that stuff slick, boy. For real.
Keep them legs bent. Lean forward.
Real, boy, that's like the dog said he slipped and fell, boy. He trying to recover on that. That's on slick, boy.
It's rough out there.
Yes, sir.
My daughter was looking out her window and watched a lady fall on her face outside. She was laughing, though. She laughed at the lady.
Man, at my job, man, the whole road, because the sun is not beaming down through the trees or whatever, man. I had my truck, man. My truck started sliding like that. Oh, and then that same day, that was Thursday. I got off work and about to go over the ice, and I stopped there. I see this guy coming down, man. He was coming fast, but I didn't know where. I said, why are you driving so damn fast on this? Next thing you know, he hit the curb. Boom! And he hit the curb. He hit the curb so hard he jumped out the seat like that. And so I stopped in the middle of the road, man, and helped him. Me and this other guy, man, we had to help him because 2 of his wheels was on the curb and he was spinning trying to back up. So we had to push him out. It's crazy, man. We had to push him out. It took us like 15 minutes, man. And he had an SUV, so we pushing, man. But we finally got him out, man. It's crazy. That's on slick. And then I had to walk like a cow on ice back to my car like I'm a zombie. Had to walk like this here just to get back to the car. It's slick, man. So everybody out there, man, I'm telling you, do not underestimate this ice.
Yeah,
do not underestimate. It will get you. It will, man. Just take it easy. If you're going to drive, and I understand we got to do things and go to the store and all that, just don't hit the brake. Just, you start sliding, just let it go. Just let it go and steer in the opposite direction or whatever, man. But again, man, thank you guys for watching tonight. And I will be back. I'll be back Tuesday night as requested by you guys. I'll be back, man. I'll be at you guys, the audience, man. The review show is done. I'm done with the review show until September. So Tuesdays for 1 hour, I'll be doing a show, and it's called Ask the Host. So it'll be me doing the open mic. So you, the audience, y'all can talk about anything. Y'all got any questions for me? Anything y'all want to come in and just talk football, whatever, for 1 hour? I'll put everybody comments out there. We just talk for an hour, man. We just talked for an hour, man. I appreciate the big turnout, the huge turnouts that come through here on Tuesdays, man. So, and you guys wanted me to keep going, so I'm gonna keep going for y'all. Again, man, Ask the Host will be Tuesday at 7 p.m. for 1 hour. Whatever y'all want to talk about, man. I don't want to talk about. So again, man, we just talked about that ice. So everybody, it's warm out. I mean, it's we're outside. So.
Cold out. Yeah. Stay warm.
It's cold.
We got 2 more months for that.
Yeah.
We got 2 more months for it to be warm outside. Can't wait.
You ain't lying though.
Can't wait to get that 70-degree weather.
Man, bro, I wish I was in Phoenix. You know, Miami's getting it too, man. Miami's like real short, man. My sister talking about it's 60 degrees. I said 60 degrees.
60 degrees. It's minus. She feel like minus 2.
You talking about it's 60 degrees.
Shit's
t-shirt weather, man. What are you talking about?
What are you talking about? 60. I said on my front porch, 6 degrees. I said, try here, it's like 10. You know, like, I mean, come on, bro.
12 degrees up here. Feel like
it's cold outside. It's cold.
It's t-shirt weather, man. Come on now.
You Floridians
outside in shorts and 60-degree weather.
Goddamn Floridians, man. Come on, man. I said y'all tripping now. Y'all that's nothing.
It's different up here, though.
You go to Minnesota and Green Bay and Detroit and Canada, Boston, Maine, all that. Freezing.
Yeah, they got that.
I ain't going to that motherfucker.
All them lakes.
Johnny West. Just came on outside doing barbecue quote from The Wire. Yeah, dude. That's The Wire, bro. That's a good show there, bro.
Omar coming.
That's it. I would change. Appreciate you, Johnny West. Johnny West, man. Don't forget, man. I'll be back Tuesday, man. Open mic. Y'all come in, ask me anything y'all want to ask. Talk about what you want to talk about for 1 good hour, man. And I'm gonna get my saying right here. It is winter outside, so everybody stay warm. Keep them immune systems strong, man, and stay bundled up. And on behalf of myself, Supreme, Rockstar Rock, and the legendary Q-Dog, man, everybody around the world, please be safe and stay safe. And that's in order.